SK's side is going to be Wet Dream in the jungle on Udyr. That's something we've not seen so far this tournament.
Yeah.
Wicked at the top on Lee Sin. Nif with Candy Panda down the bottom there as the Soraka Ashe combo. And again, it's going to be Ocelot in the mid. And will we get to see a level 1 fight? That is the question. We saw a few yesterday. Don't really think it's going to happen. The Europeans don't tend to go for it. And at the moment, yeah, we can see the ping, so you can see the full screen. I'm going to switch it to this mode in the bottom screen. That's kind of what both teams see. So it helps us really when the clairvoyance goes down, so we know what's going on. What is going on, really?
Yeah, exactly. Europeans tend not to go for the level 1 fight. They tend to spam /dance. Thank you, Shushe, for that. It looks like SK are just in position to stop Fnatic from getting into the forest, but they're not going to look for... oh, actually, look at that. XP going into the brush in bot lane. He's going to look for a level 1 gank there. He has the stun charged up. And, oh yeah, he's going to set up super aggressively. Let's see if SK actually think to CV that. I've seen CVs there before, but they may just not even consider that possibility.
We had this yesterday, actually, and we were saying, you know, while you get the advantage and maybe you get first blood, if it backfires, you're going to kind of lose a level in mid.
Yeah.
At the moment, we're just waiting for Candy Panda.
I want to see the flash stun. Come on, flash stun.
I was thinking, I thought we may have a double lift coming straight on there. They're going to go straight into the push, but I don't think it's going to...
There's the
quite
CV.
risky. There the CV goes. Oh my God, he just went straight in there. Candy Panda, what were you doing?
Oh my God.
Not expecting that. First blood goes to Lamia of Fnatic. I cannot believe we've had a double lift already.
It was not a double lift. What they did was brilliant. Fnatic CV'd their own brush, giving Candy Panda the safety. If they CV their own brush, they can't be there. Why else would they CV it? Beautiful mind games here from Team Fnatic, starting us off to a brilliant, brilliant beginning. And that has got to mess with the nerves of Candy Panda here.
Yeah, and that's the person they need to be aiming at as well. That is possibly the best person they could have got. And really, you've got to think, and the rest of the team are going to be like, why did you do it? Why did you even go there? There was no reason to go there. You had nothing to gain from it. Let's have a quick look at mid, though. I can see a bit of damage coming straight down there. PK being taken very low. Having to use a health potion as well. Didn't get to use a flash there. Didn't need to, did he?
No, he didn't. But that was a brilliant play from Ocelot, actually. PK was in a corridor of enemy creeps, so Ocelot knew he couldn't dodge to either side. He just threw a very long Q, guaranteed himself the stun, and followed up with an E. That is just very painful for Annie here. Let's see, she went for boots and pots, didn't she? Yeah, very good. So she still has those 2 pots. So she is going to be fine for the time being.
Yeah, so that's give her a 10 CS lead as well as a kill. So big advantage to Lamia down the bottom. We'll have to keep our eye on that.
Ocelot coming top for a gank. What are you doing, Ocelot? What is this?
Not too sure what he's doing, other than maybe trying to get his egg to pop earlier. I don't know. Well, I don't know what he was thinking there. And Annie's also going to come up the... Will he flash through? We're going to see, will the clairvoyance go through? He wants the clairvoyance. You can see he's pinging for it. He wants the clairvoyance there. But I don't think it's up. The timer's not up. Having a look, yeah, you can see the timer's not quite up yet at the moment. I'm looking at the wrong side. Yeah, it's good halfway through. So he wasn't going to get it in time. Nevertheless, he got Wet Dream coming to cover in mid there. We saw actually Udyr versus Annie yesterday, and it worked very well.
Really? For Udyr, I'm guessing. Because he can just shield anything. And there's, nice damage there from Shushe against Wicked top lane. Hits the full combo that he's looking for. And he goes home. That is actually brilliant play after... No, he's not going home. Okay. I would have thought this is exactly the time to go home and buy. He probably doesn't have that much gold quite yet. 15 CS versus 14 from Wicked. Annie now pushed Ocelot up against the tower, but that, of course, doesn't mean very much. Let's see how bottom lane is developing. It looks like, Candy Panda needs to be very careful right now, so he's immediately far behind, 28 to 13, the CS in bottom lane.
Yeah, it's expected. He's going to have that 10 difference, obviously, while he was away, going to buy. But at the moment, you can see he's going to have that slight advantage. He's going to have that 500 gold advantage that he got from the start, from that first blood, because he was the one that picked it up. As well as I didn't see, I guess they're all going to get the assist as well, so you get that little bonus as well. So it all worked out very swimmingly for Fnatic so far. Just saw the stun caught onto PK there. PK in mid. We actually we were told that PK wasn't going to be here, and then he walked in, and you said, no, really, I just spoke to him. He's here.
Yeah, that would have been very, very bad for them. We saw at DreamHack that they were struggling without PK. PK is just part of their core. And I'm curious, after the beautiful hits that Ocelot was landing in mid lane, how could he fall this far behind in creep as well? Look, it's 26 for Annie versus 17 for Nivea. Something's not going well. Amumu looked like he was looking for a gank top lane and changed his mind. He's now coming mid lane, but he's not going to have any luck there. And Nivea is very safe, and Udyr is just around the corner. Actually, they're going to meet each other in the forest, and good ward there from Cyanide. That ward is going to keep Annie very, very safe in mid lane.
Meanwhile, you can see Lamia farming quite happily down the bottom here. Obviously using that Jammer Shield's giving him a big AD bonus, which is obviously getting more CS, and you can see he's got 15 ahead now, so he's slowly stretching ahead, and he's just keeping Candy Panda at bay. He's caught up the level advantage, actually. He was just one level ahead. That's going to catch him nicely there. Jumps straight in for Candy Panda as if he knows the camera's honed on him there, putting a big chunk of damage to him. He's going to have some health pots. He did go back and buy them, so he's used up the last of those, and Nif is really trying to keep him topped up with his heals as well. Let's have a quick look down the mid, though. We can see Lee Sin going walkabout. We can also got Udyr on the map going walkabout, so we're going to have to keep a track of what is going to happen. Lee Sin having
they see a wet dream. So let me just talk about what happened there. Bot lane, that was probably not a good exchange actually for Tristana, even though it looked good, because Soraka is going to heal that back up, whereas the shield from Jammer is not going to get back up. But oh, Beckett sees Wicked. No, he does not see Wicked. He goes straight into the forest. Ocelot coming in, beautiful ultimate there. Flashes out of the stun, so should be safe, has a stun himself in case he needs to defend himself. It's going to be fine. That was a bit of a double lift, but you can't always expect somebody to be there in the mid-brush.
Yeah, I think he'd seen the Udyr down the bottom, which is what they clairvoyanced it, and then thought, oh, it's safe then, I can just walk up here and maybe try and get a gank. In the meanwhile, the Shushay is going to get a dive on him there, completely missing on Wicked though. Does manage to follow it up with a Pillar of Fire. Have a quick look down the bottom, you can see they're getting close by, but again, they're just continuing to farm, 52 to 38 down the bottom. Let's have a look at the farm in the mid, 39 to 31, pretty even stuff. Up top, you're going to kind of expect Brand to be ahead, and he is just a little bit, 35 to 27. He did, I don't think he sent him back just yet. I don't think either of them have gone back. He's started with the bead as well as some health pots, so like a stack of health pots.
Right.
I think we're starting to see the first hero trips back. Yeah, Ocelot has gone back, and he's coming out with a mana crystal and a health crystal, so building up towards that catalyst.
So if you look at the team gold, we can see that Fnatic are already 1.1k ahead. This early in the game, that is a massive advantage. Shushay is now going to be gifted the blue buff. That is going to be brilliant for Shushay. He always gets the blue buff in Team Fnatic. He even takes all the lizards. A little selfish there, but you know what? The gold is better on Brand, so that's well done there. Wicked, I'm not sure if I'm liking that Lee Sin versus Brand top lane, simply because, like you said, he had to buy that huge stack of potions, and that's wasted money right there. That's money that just not going to build any late game items. And even though he's not doing too badly, 41 to 31 the CS, I really can't see him making a big difference like this.
Okay, so at the moment down the bottom, we've seen Nif has gone back. So Nif is coming back with the Blissful Stone and a stack of wards, like every good support does. Meanwhile, Ashe has now just gone back as well. Tristana already come back with that BF sword already.
Wow.
That's a very early BF sword. Obviously, he had that advantage of first blood, which is what's given that big drive in the kills, really. We can see, meanwhile, it's going to be a triple Dorans and boots for Candy Panda. Oh, whirling on him. We're going to catch on towards Nif there. Not going to be able to take it.
PK in mid lane walks right into the Ashe that was coming from the base, but Ocelot is not able to burst him down. And there is the defensive Tippers, and he's going to walk away. There was ping spam going down, and he was like, why are they pinging so much? There was an Ashe arrow shot all the way from base. Would have missed, and PK walked into it in the last second, but Ocelot did not quite have the burst to finish him there.
Meanwhile, Shushay is continuing to push the top lane, and like you say, Wicked's had to go back, and he's building up a lot of magic resist there, so he's going for Mercury Treads. He's also got a second Mercury Tread item there, so he's going to really building up a lot of magic resist. So blue being given to Ocelot, kind of predictable, so it almost a necessity on an Nivea really in mid there, but it allows him to farm, so he will catch up that farm on PK. I have no doubt about that. He'll start to use that ulti a lot more. Meanwhile, down the bottom, we can see Wet Dream is trying to get himself into towards situation. Look at Nif still got that target on his head. They haven't changed it around. Clairvoyance goes down. Lammy needs to be careful here. The arrow is not up yet. You can see it on your screen. It's just here. There's the cooldown still on for it. They know that Udyr is around there, so they're going to back away. Meanwhile, we've also got the rest of Fnatic coming down. We are at Dragon time. It is generally a lot earlier than the American teams do. The American teams always tend to leave it around the 12, 13-minute mark. The Europeans always hit 10 minutes. Well, it might be bait, but I think they're going to go for it. They've got all 5 men here. Surely they wouldn't pull away from the top lane just for bait.
Well, they pulled Wicked away as well. Wicked's losing a lot of time as well. Now Wicked decided to go back, and they're making him go back and forth because, now they're going in for Dragon again. Wicked has to run again. Wicked spends so much time just running while Shushay is already at the Dragon, and they started now, and Team SK is coming in. This is going to be scary, Demon.
Yeah, they're coming straight in around there. Wet Dream's surely going to be the one that's going to start it off. Will they manage to finish off? Arrow goes straight into Schroet there. Not going to happen, but Cyanide's showing all sorts of trouble. Cyanide goes down. Actually gets away with it with the shield on very low. Lamia's going to have to jump out of there, and he does. Wicked manages to flash through. Will he manage to take down Lamia? No, he gets jumped away. Ulted away. I think Lamia might survive this. Schroet's also very low. Annie is never going to get out of that one. However, he is the only sacrificial Lamia in that fight. That's amazing that only one person died in the blue to tick on. He's going to get away. He's got 24 health, and he gets taken down by the basic attack of Ocelot. Very nicely done. And now Melisand's in all sorts of trouble. They're going to dive him on the tower. Ocelot finishes it off. Very nicely executed from XK. It nearly backfired, but that's going to give them the tower as well as a lot of kills. And wow, just wow, what an early exchange.
And Janna actually saved, I believe it was Amumu there with a single point of health with a shield. The dot would have killed him, but just barely survived. Amazing play from Fnatic, and like you said, I thought, wow, I can't believe they only had one die there, but unfortunately Fnatic made the mistake of thinking the tower meant safety even this early. If the entire team is there, they can dive you the tower, and they can, as they just demonstrated, kill you easily enough at tower, but still 500k gold advantage for Fnatic, even though they're now 2 kills behind.
And it gave them the advantage of obviously getting the kills. It's just going to give them the items, which means we've already got a pickaxe now on Ashdown, but I'm building towards that Infinity Edge. We've got a blasting ward as well as that Catalyst, so the Rod of Age is nearly complete already on Anivia, so that farm advantage that Annie had built up just been blown completely away there. Ocelot using the ulti obviously to farm, doesn't have blue anymore. That's going to be respawning very soon. Let's have a look where Wet Dream is going to go. Yeah, they're going to start invading. Yes, they will. You can see the Clairvoyance going down, putting the ward down. Cyanide was on those Wraiths, but it's not going to matter. Let's have a look down the bottom again, because, you know, Lamia did have control of this lane, but I think things may well be changing hands. He's already got the Berserker Greaves built up there. Yes, I'm keeping my eye on that. He's got that BF sword, and you can see at the moment he's going to have a little bit of company coming around the backside, because here comes Wet Dream. Does Ash have the arrow? Yes, he does. The arrow goes straight towards Lamia, and he's certainly going to get the stun down. Ulti from Melisand tries to keep him away. The Howling Gale goes through. Lamia uses the ulti, but it's going to be Melisand they're going to switch their attention to. Manages to flash out the arrow. The arrow gets through. 23 health he's on. I think he's going to get away with it as well. There's nothing from range to finish him. Wow, the skill level of these guys to just get out of the situations is unbelievable.
I can't believe what I'm seeing here. How is Fnatic doing this? I mean, they are falling behind now, but still, perfect play. Even, I mean, you and I would have given up there, right?
We'd been dead.
I would have opened the shop already. We were like, okay, what do I buy next? I'm dead. But Melisand is like, nope, I can do this. I can survive. Beautiful play here. And let's see if the next blue is going to go to Schroet again. I would definitely assume so. But Amumu may want to try and come top and gank first. And we can now see that Schroet has built a really sizable creep score advantage, 81 to 56 right here, and he has the needlessly large rod. That's of course beautiful. I don't think Wicked actually saw Amumu go into the bushes, but he is very, very careful. That's the right play right there. Let's see what he's going to do after this wave. Schroet playing very well, playing aggressively. If he stopped playing aggressively right now, Wicked would smell the bacon. At the same time, Ash and Soraka are coming to mid lane to possibly do something against Annie here. Annie is not aware of this. I don't believe if there's going to be an Ash arrow, that could be a dead Annie right there. But let's see, is the Ash arrow even up? It's not up, unfortunately, and they show themselves, so it's going to be a push. And Wicked goes out. There's the Amumu ultimate, but unfortunately, Schroet is very far away. Can he do the damage he needs to do? Yes. There's the ultimate. And, wow, Wicked shields it barely. There's the ignite, and yes, that's the kill pickup. Well done there.
Yeah, but meanwhile, the Hawkshot goes out there. Can he pan it? Is he going to go in with the arrow? That's the question. He's all alone. He's actually ghosted up. So Ghost used up there. I'm not too sure whether he was thinking maybe I could go for it, but he didn't really have the support. Instead,
Schroet was out of mana, so he could have possibly gone for him. I mean, he would have had enough for 2 spells or so. Oh, Annie and Janna are in position now as well. Team SK know this. Ocelot is going back. That's going to be a safe blue for Schroet. At the same time, bot lane, Tristana is putting good damage out on Wet Dream here. She just wants to farm right now after dying. And look at that, 130 CS already against 100 for Nivea and only 96 for Ash. Ash falling further behind as she's away from bot lane. I'm not entirely sure why she is still away from bot lane. Didn't understand why she came up in the first place, probably because the tower is down. But still, this means Lamia is going to get even further ahead. And even though Candy Panda may be the better AD player, if you have, I don't know,